Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Kim TV. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a content marketing plan. Now, I know that you're not seeing my face in this specific tutorial just because I'm going to walk you step by step through the process of creating a content marketing plan, and I have a little freebie, a little template for you so that you can follow along step by step, and I just thought it would be a lot easier for you guys to actually see my screen. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Alright, so I want to start by letting you know that one of the things that is really important when you're creating a content marketing plan is to understand that you want to be able to create a content marketing plan that really helps reach the goals that you have for your individual business. So it's very important that you already have a promotional plan set up so that you know when you're going to be promoting certain products or certain services. You know, what are those key dates of the year where you're going to be maybe launching a new program or launching a new product line or really pushing a specific service so that your content can help you to get more exposure for your paid programs, for your paid services, for your paid products. It's very important that your content marketing plan plays in hand with your promotional plan. It's one of the biggest mistakes that I see online entrepreneurs make, is that they're just pumping out content for the sake of pumping out content without actually being strategic about how they position their content so that it actually pre-sells their products, their services, and their programs without being overly salesy, without being annoying, and still serving their audiences to the max. So it's very important that you keep that in mind. Now, that being said, let's dive into the specific process of outlining your content, your content marketing planner. So the first thing we're going to do is, of course, outline your goals, and I really don't want you to skip this. It's very important that you understand that really, when it comes to marketing and really mostly anything in life, it's not about, oh my gosh, what is the next hack or the next technique, or can you teach me something new? It's more of, are you actually being able to master the fundamentals? And a lot of times, we fall into this like familiarity kind of syndrome where we're familiar with setting goals, we've heard about setting goals, we know that it's important, but we don't actually follow through, and we don't outline those goals and actually keep them top of mind on a consistent basis so that we know exactly where we're going. And this is one of the things that I've fallen, kind of like a trap I've fallen prey to, I should say. And I don't want you to have this same issue with your online business. You want to outline your goals and be very strategic about really just refreshing them and revisiting them throughout the year. So number one, of course, what are your goals specifically as it pertains to your content marketing? Number two is describe your ideal client avatar. We want to do this so that everything that we create in terms of our content is really just, builds on the solid foundation that we have already outlined, which is getting to know our ideal client, knowing who we are targeting this content to, who we're marketing to, and how we're going to better serve them. How is our content going to take them from simply maybe a website visitor or email subscriber to a paying customer, and how are we going to serve them before, during, and after they experience our services? So really important. Next, we're going to iron out your content types. So what types of content are you actually going to be publishing, right? Are you going to publish blog posts or podcast episodes or videos? Very important to have those content types outlined. And then you're going to set a specific frequency so that you can quickly plug these into your content calendar and be set, at least for the first quarter of the year. Next, we're going to talk about setting strategic KPIs, which just means that you're going to be very strategic with how you're going to measure your progress, okay? So you want to be able to track, okay, how many, folks are actually clicking on my social media posts? How many are reading my newsletter? How much traffic are we getting from, from our blogs organically? All of those key performance indicators, which is what KPIs stand for, are going to allow us to really track our progress and course correct as we move forward in the new year. Next, we're going to brainstorm content ideas. I never want you to be kind of like shooting in the dark. I want you to know here is going to be, what I'm going to talk about for on my blog, and this is what I'm going to talk about on my newsletter, and this is what I'm going to talk about on Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest. It's really important that you at least brainstorm, some initial ideas, content ideas, so that you're never having to come up with that content on the fly. And next, we're going to create a content promotion plan. So this is what's going to allow us to get more exposure, to get more traffic, more engagement, and really help to move the needle along in your business as it pertains to content marketing. So let's get started right away with our little template here. I'm going to show you how we're going to outline this inside our content planner. All right, so here we are inside our content marketing planner. And as you can see, the first section here is just set up so that you can outline your marketing goals. I'm going to set a couple of very simple ones so that this can give you a better idea of what you should be using. So for example, I can say, well, I want to be able to reach my first 1,000 email subscribers, right? It's just an example. That's not my actual goal, but I just want to let you know what that could look like. And next we can say that we want to increase our blog traffic by 25%. All right, and then the third goal could be to, capture more, not more, that's too big, capture at least 30% more leads. All right, so that's just going to be our basic marketing goals. Again, you can revisit these as you kind of change and evolve your marketing strategy through the years, but it's very important that for a specific time frame, let's say Q1, Q2, or the entire year, 2017, you actually outline your marketing goals in a strategic way. Again, these marketing goals need to play hand in hand with your overall business goals. So for example, if you know that email subscribers are really going to help you sell more of your online training programs, then that's where you want to focus in on. If you know that having more organic traffic is going to help you to sell more of your, let's say, affiliate marketing products, then you want to be able to increase your traffic, so on and so forth. Just outline them in this section. Next, we're going to describe our ideal client avatar. And this, of course, is going to be very, very personal for your individual business. I want you to describe this person in detail. What are their challenges as it pertains to your products, programs, and services? What are those pain points that they have, right? What's their lifestyle like? What are their values? What books do they like to read? What blogs do they like to frequent? All of that information will help you craft this ideal client avatar that's going to guide you as you create content for the next year. And that's really, really important. One of the things that we do here at the company is I always, and my staff does this as well, we go back to our ideal client avatar whenever we're creating new pieces of content. So if I'm sitting down to write a blog post or even create this video that I'm creating for you, I always have my ideal client avatar, kind of like at the forefront so that I can revisit who this person is and really just start creating that content that speaks to that person. So that's what I want you to do in the second section. Now, moving on to the third section here, this is where the fun begins. And here is where you get to actually outline your content types. This is really, really important, and I think it's going to be very, very enlightening, and it's going to help you stay clear and organized. So the first content type that I would type in here would be something like a blog post, right? If you are creating blog posts, then this is the ideal place to add that. And next you can, say a newsletter. If you're sending emails, hopefully you should be growing that email list for sure. Then we can say here videos, right? So I have a YouTube channel, so I do videos, but you could do maybe Facebook Live videos, right? Or perhaps you're also into podcasting. And then here we could say lead magnets, right? All right, so these are our basic content types. Again, there isn't like a fast rule of thumb. I don't want you to get overwhelmed if you're just getting started. Stick to one or two content types that you can really, really commit to and be consistent with. Don't go crazy with them. I really would prefer that you create less content that's more or higher quality, I should say. All right, and next we're going to set the frequency. So how often are you going to be blogging? Let's say that we're going to blog 1 time per week. Awesome. And then how are we going to measure whether our blog posts are actually moving the needle forward for us? We are going to do this by measuring our lead captures. So I have this set up on my blog. Again, this doesn't have to be your specific KPI, but on my blog, I can see which blog posts are actually sending the most amount of leads to our email marketing software. So this is really, really helpful. Again, yours might be completely different KPI. Just have a way to measure whether or not this is actually working for your business. All right, and then newsletter, I am going to be publishing 1 newsletter per week. As an example, again, just this has to be completely catered to your business. And the way that we're going to measure this is how many of our email subscribers are turning into buyers. Subscribers to buyers, as an example. Okay, cool. And then we're going to do videos. Let's say that we're going to do 2 videos per week. And then we're going to measure this by saying, how much traffic is coming from YouTube, as an example. So again, you want to be able to come up with your own KPIs, your own key performance indicators, so that you know which of these are actually going to move the needle forward for your business. And then let's move on to the next section. I'm not going to finish the entire thing because we are limited on time here, but I want to show you kind of like what the next step would be for you. So next step, I would strongly suggest that you start outlining your blog post ideas. Brainstorm 10, 20 blog post ideas that you can start creating for the new year. And again, it doesn't have to be blog posts if you have videos or you do podcasting, if you do newsletters or lead magnets and social media content. We have spaces for you to really start outlining those specific content categories or content types and start brainstorming all of those ideas so that it's very, very easy and simple to kind of plug those into your content calendar. So once you're done with this, I want you to make it real and make it very, very tangible. Place this on your content calendar. If you don't know how to create a content calendar, that's totally okay. I'm going to link below to a blog post where I outline the entire process of creating a content calendar for your online business. And we even have a content calendar template that you can download and start plugging this information in there so that you are good to go. So just keep in mind that you can create, your content calendar, maybe on a Google Doc, or maybe it's, on an actual tool like CoSchedule or Trello, or maybe it's just a PDF. You just need to have a content calendar so that you're making this process tangible and real. It's very important that it has to be on a calendar, because if it's not on a calendar, it's not necessarily going to get done, right? So let's make sure that we do that step. And then finally, we're going to create our content promotion plan. And I actually outlined 15 content promotion ideas that you can put into play in the new year. Now, again, you don't have to use all of these. These are just some ideas to spark your creativity and kind of get the juices flowing. You want to create your own promotional plan, and we have a space for you to do that right here, right? So basically what I want you to do is look at your KPIs, look at your key performance indicators, and think about how can we really start leveraging each of those individual content types. So for example, for my blog posts, right here, the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that we are taking SEO seriously. Update all of our keywords and use the keyword planner to find topics that have larger search volumes. Okay, so that would be what I would do for SEO. Let's think about another kind of strategy that we can implement for blog posts to get the most out of them. I want to revisit our Pinterest strategy so we can start leveraging organic traffic from that channel in more meaningful ways. All right, so these are just examples of how you can start creating a content promotion plan for each of your individual content types. Now, we left this space open for you. We are not going to give you like, any specific, charts or areas to fill in. It's just a blank piece of paper where you're going to outline which strategies you're going to be implementing. And we did that very strategically because I want you to keep things simple. I don't want you to get overwhelmed with, having a content marketing plan that's 17 pages long. You want to make sure that it's actionable, that it's easy to do, and that it's an enjoyable experience for you, or else you're just not gonna follow through. So I hope that you found this video helpful and that you start creating your own content marketing plan for 2017. I cannot wait to hear all about your successes in the new year. And don't forget to come on over to the blog to download your content marketing planner, and definitely sign up for my social media class while you're at it so that you can really start implementing what you are creating inside this content promotional plan for your social media content specifically. So again, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to come over to the blog and definitely download the content marketing planner template. It's going to be linked in the description below, as well as I'm sure it's going to be linked in the actual video and a YouTube card. So please come over, take advantage of it. We created it with a lot of love for you. I really want you to start the new year with a clear and super, super simple plan that is also very strategic, and it's going to help move the needle forward in your business. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye for now.